Hey everyone, this is Amanda and welcome back to my channel. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am for the number of views that I got on my DIY jar pumpkin video. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. All the comments, all the likes, all the new subscriptions. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Make sure that if you're loving what you're seeing, that you subscribe to my channel. That's a huge part of it. Subscribe, like and comment, share with your friends. You guys are amazing. Keep on doing what you're doing. I hope you love these simple and easy DIYs. And let's get on to the DIYing. So this DIY is going to be a fun and easy one, and it's super quick. So I got these 4 little house frames from the Dollar Tree, and actually I have way more than that, but I digress. I am using 4 for this project. I thought they were so cute, and I was like, I know I could make so many cute things out of these, so I did pick up quite a few, but we're going to use 4 for this project. And I just took the insert out and I went ahead and traced it on this paper that I picked up at the Hobby Lobby last year during the fall season. This was the last one I had left, so I need to make it stretched for all 4 of these picture frames, because I most definitely didn't want to go back to the Hobby Lobby for one piece, because you know it never works out that way. You're going for one piece of scrap paper and then you come out $100 later. I don't know if that happens to everybody, but it definitely happens to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the little house part back in, and then I'm going to trim this up just a tiny little bit so that it fits in the opening there. And then I'm going to put the back right back on, and I'm going to do that to all 4 of these frames with this gorgeous scrapbook paper. So that one right there was super close to the top, but it was a perfect fit. So I just put a little bit of tape down and I was able to use that one last piece. So I got 4 pieces out of the one paper for this frame. So I cut out the word fall out of orange vinyl using my Cricut Joy. And I'm just going to go ahead and put each letter, 1 letter on each picture frame. So the glass is on there, so this is the nice part. You're just going to take the letter, stick it on the glass, do a little squeeginess, and it will be right on there. If you have issues like that, you just rub it down again and off it will stay. The nice thing about the word for this is that it's so big that it was easy peasy to do. So if you don't have a Cricut, you can always use the stickers from the Dollar Tree. They do have the letter stickers. You can hand draw this on there with a Sharpie. You could cut out maybe orange scrapbook paper in the letters and then, you know, glue it on there. I mean, there's many other ways to make the magic happen here if you don't have a vinyl machine, but I do, so I used it for this project. I love the orange. I think it was a great pop off of the black and white that is in black, white, and gray pretty much, and that little bit of green that's in that scrapbook paper. So I knew that I wanted this to be staggered, that I didn't want it to be like straight across. So I'm using one of those tumbling tower blocks to hold up the end piece there because there's not another frame on the other side to do it. So a little hot glue, stick it on there, and there we go. And then, so these frames are like a shiny plastic that looks like wood. It's hard to explain if you haven't seen them in person, but That's why I use the sandpaper to kind of break up the shininess, to give the hot glue something to stick to. Um, so that's my best advice, is when you have a surface that's really hard. See, like, because the tumbling tower block came off because I hadn't sanded that yet. But normally when you're working with the surface that's shiny, you just need to break the seal, and you'll be able to adhere the pieces together. Now, honestly, this probably would have been better with a stronger, more long-term glue. But for video purposes, I'm using hot glue, and it actually has worked out really well because, as you will see here coming up, that I'm going to build a stand for this. So it held it on pretty well. So this is a pretty good size sign. I think it's so cute. I have this little shelf area in my living room, and I'm going to put it at the top, and it'll definitely you'll be able to see it because of the orange. So these are the tumbling tower blocks from the Dollar Tree. There are smaller version of like Jenga blocks that you could get at Walmart. Don't mind my doggies. Shh. Barking. They're guard dogs. They're little, but they're mighty. So I'm going to glue 2 together, and I'm going to do enough to go the length of this sign that we have here. So then I'm going to take each one, and I'm going to take another Jenga block, and I'm going to make, a ledge there. So you can see what I'm doing. You can see that I'm butting it up against the back there, and that is where the sign is essentially going to like lean up against in the back, so that we have some more support, and it's easier to move this without worrying about all of this coming together. Like I contemplated putting popsicle sticks in the back, but nothing was going to quite do it. I knew it needed a stand, but if you make this and you are able to fandangle it without making a stand, I would definitely love to see it. You can find me on Instagram at DIY and Life with Amanda. There is a dot between each word, and tag me in it so I can see what you did, because I'd love to see you guys recreate what I make here. So I'm just taking the hot glue, and I am putting all these pieces together. Wood glue would probably be best here, because hot glue does make it like space in between, where the wood glue like becomes part of the wood. So if you don't mind it, you can't really tell once we're all done with the whole project, but I love hot glue. Hot glue makes me happy, and it dries super quick. So see how I'm going to put it on there, and then I could put a lot of glue behind in the back of it so that you can't tell. But see, when I pick it up, it breaks because I was impatient and I didn't wait long enough. So word to the wise, guys, let the glue dry all the way. See, there it goes. It breaks. But some more hot glue to the rescue, and we're good to go. So you can see the back of the sign there really quickly. I did add some more supports onto the bottom, which I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. Just to make it a little bit stronger, but it is glued on there. That is for sure. It is not coming off. I even dropped it and it didn't break apart. And I also put tumbling tower blocks behind the 2 house frames that go forward to like give me some more space to glue with. So I am taking this, excuse me, I had to cough. I am taking this lamb's ear that I got from Walmart, and I'm putting it in the front where the 2 pieces go in. I'm so sorry. I was really trying to get a good shot of me doing this, but I was having difficulties. But you get the point. So that's all that I'm going to add to this to embellish it, except for I did put 2 pieces of cotton as well. But I definitely wanted to, because it's pretty, the background of that scrapbook paper is busy. So you can totally skip this part altogether, or you could use, any kind of greenery. I just wanted a little bit more green, and then the white, blends in, but because it went back, I don't know. I hope I'm making sense. It's been a long day already for me, guys. So I hope you love this as much as I do. It was just an idea that came to me while I was sleeping, and so I was like, yes, finally something came to me for these frames. So it is super cute. I love it. It looks adorable in my living room, and definitely if you recreate it, I cannot wait to see what you do with this idea. So this DIY is a lot of fun. So these came out, I picked them up, I think a week ago at the Dollar Tree. Super cute. There was 4 different ones of them. And of course, you know, I had to have them because they have the beads on them and they say fall. And so, but I knew that I wanted to do something with them. So, and these frames are very similar to the little house frames that we did. So same color scheme, same slickiness, same issues. So I love my little handy dandy staple remover. I got it off of Amazon, and I'm just going to remove all 4 sets of beads off these signs because I'm not using them in this project, but I do use them in another one. Waste not, want not. And then I have this really cute scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to use that to cover up 2 of these sayings because I thought 4 together was just way too much. So I did 2 sayings and 2 scrapbook papers. And as you could tell by now, I love scrapbook paper. I just think it's an easy solution. No painting involved. I mean, you could see the last 2 projects, literally there was no painting, which is really nice because sometimes, I mean, I paint a lot, so sometimes it's nice to not have to paint anything. So yeah, so handy dandy glue stick, and I'm going to put the scrapbook paper down, squeegee it on, and then use a little bit of sandpaper to take off the excess on the sides. Got a little glue finger on there, but that's okay because I just sanded it down and it looked fine, and then eventually I end up covering it up anyways. But so yeah, I think that is super cute, just like that. So at this point you can leave it just like that, but you know, I got to do something extra. And I literally was still figuring out what I was going to do with these. So you see me messing with the signs like, okay, now what next? So I contemplated making it into a box, which totally work. You could do another, you know, a floral arrangement inside the box, or you could just set it. You know, they have those cubes at any kind of store, like any home decor store, they have cubes. I could have made a cube out of this, but I think you're going to love what I ended up making out of it. So I just staggered them like that. So I'm going to turn it over, and I was just flipping it up to make sure that I had it facing the right direction, because have you ever flipped something over and it's not necessarily the right direction? So I had to do that. So we are going to jumbo popsicle stick the back out of this. So hindsight 2020, now that I look back as I was editing the video, I could have used cardboard, or I could have used like foam core board to glue all 4 pieces down to, instead of using a menagerie of popsicle sticks. But this worked for me. But you can live and learn through my trials here, and so I definitely would do like a solid piece of something, whether it's cardboard, whether it's foam core board, to put all 4 pieces down on that. The problem with that is that you see there's like a little bit of an indentation. where I put the signs back in. So it's not completely flat. So I almost feel like you still would need something to fill the gap between the frame itself and whatever you're gluing it onto. But this is one way to do it. And like I said, the other way is to glue all 4 down to something else. So I'm going to use a whole bunch of these to make some magic happen here. And it actually works out really well. It's ugly in the back. Cover it up with some craft paper. But other than that, it works. That and a whole boatload of hot glue. So I had these leaf cutouts that I picked up from the Dollar Tree last year. I'm sure that they have them this year. And I just stained them and whitewashed over them as well with the cashew. I had done it for another project and I did too many, so I had these left over, so I knew I wanted to use them in something. And then, of course, you know, I love black and white buffalo check. I just cannot resist it. So we're going to make just a little regular, like you're tying your shoelaces bow, and we're going to put that over the little circles on the leaves so that it's not showing. So like I said, this part is personal preference. You can either not put the leaves on, put the leaves on. You could have put pumpkins on, which I contemplated doing as well, but you'll see why I didn't in a minute here. But this is totally personal preference. This is what is going to look really good in my house. You do what looks good in yours. So I also got these crates from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go ahead and stain the inside and the front 3 sides. I didn't stain the back of it because I was going to be gluing it on, and you're not going to see it anyway. So I just add some water to the crate and help to spread out my antique wax. Goes on so much smoother this way, and you don't use as much. And you could do, you know, as little as much as you want to. You could dry brush, not dry brush. You could do a totally different color. This would be cute in orange as well, but this is what I did for mine. So there they are, all done and dry, and then I glued them one to the other. And then this sign I picked up at the Dollar Tree this year. They're just awesome little signs. I use them for decor in my house, and I also use them to go into projects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the Hello October sign to the back of my crates here. You could see that the thing got ripped off because, you know, it was me guessing how I was going to make the magic happen. So I'm using it as like a lift to the back so that I have something to put my sign on, so that way the words don't get covered up in the front. So now, as you can see, it's like a window seal sign. So it's like essentially we just made a window with 4 panes out of the 4 signs, and then we're using the crates as, you know, like the flower box in front. But I had to raise it up, otherwise it was going to block off the autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. So you can see why I use the sign that way. And then around the bottom is super cute. So even if you see it, no biggie. And then I'm just using some more of those tumbling tower blocks, and I'm putting glue on the bottom and glue on the side because I am giving it something else to hold on to instead of just the glue on the bottom. Just a little extra added support. Okay, so now we get to decorate. So here's just floral foam that I picked up at Michael's. You can get floral foam at any hobby store, Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree, Michael's, Joann's, you name it, that you can get floral foam anywhere. And I'm just putting a boatload of glue down because I don't want them moving around as I'm working on my arrangement. So this is eucalyptus, again from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to cut it apart so that way I can work with each individual piece. And I do actually have 2 different colors of the eucalyptus that I'm going to be working with. This one with the yellow and one with the red tinge. And I'm just going to let you watch me put the floral arrangement together. And like I said before, this part is just personal preference. You do you, I'll do me. It's a process. It's so fun to put them in, move them around, put them in, move them around till your eyes love it. Like, you have to look at it, so you do it until you love it. And I hope that you guys love this because I think it came out super cute. And I had no idea what I was going to do with these, but they turned out adorable. So I know that you could still find them in store right now, and I hope that you can find 4. They don't all have to be different because you're going to cover up 2 of them anyways. But let me know what you think of this project. So here I was going to use the orange pumpkins, but then I thought, no, I don't want to use the orange because I already had the orange and the flowers. So I'm using the white velvet pumpkins that came on that 3-piece stem that you got at the Dollar Tree. So there I just had the wire and it wasn't going to stick in there and stick up the way I wanted it to. So I just pulled it out, and then I used a little stick from the boxwood and shoved it in there and then shoved it back in my floral foam. And of course, it wouldn't be a Amanda project without boxwood. I love boxwood. I can't help it. Boxwood and eucalyptus. Oh man, I could never get enough of that. So here she is. So pretty. I think it came out super cute. It looks adorable next to my other sign because it's the same wood colors. I can't wait to hear what you guys think.